Hey guys, Matthew McCluskey here from Grace Church of Avondale. Today we're going to talk about seeing our workplace as ministry. So often in the body of Christ we can end up creating this divergence, and we end up thinking that pastors and ministers are the ones who do ministry, when actually we are all called to ministry. Each one of us has an actual kingdom to steward. Our kingdom is essentially the place in which the force of your will can actually exert an influence. So if you think about your relationships and also your interactions at work, the extent of your finances. And the goal is for us to begin to express Jesus in that circumstance, in that environment, in that kingdom. So many of us understand that when a pastor becomes in the role of a pastor, that his job is actually to begin to reflect the beauty of Jesus as a pastor. Well, we, as we step into the workplace, are called to minister as Jesus would in that place. This does not just involve evangelism. This is much more about becoming Jesus in that role. So, if Jesus was a manager, how would he relate to the people underneath him? He would care for them way more than their simple business function. He would care about the entire person. So if you're a manager, are you caring about the people that are underneath you? If you're an employee and you have managers above you, how do you respond when there's an anger, when something goes wrong in the company and there's an angry place inside that manager that begins to attack out at you? Do you allow that anger to become your reaction, or do you react from a different place? So we know that Jesus would react from a place of knowing that he's loved by the Father and beginning to love that manager back, not answering evil with evil or roughness with roughness, but beginning to answer back with kindness. If you look at a Starbucks barista even, how many interactions a day does she begin to have with many people, right? Hundreds of people throughout the day. That is part of her kingdom. And how she reveals Jesus there, it could be any number of ways. There are some people, when you see them, just the smile and joy they radiate is a sign of Jesus. You can see it. She may begin to get words of knowledge for people. She may begin to just say, hey, listen, I want to just pray for you, and come out and just pray for them. There could be any number of ways of beginning to reflect the person of Jesus. But the idea is this, that when we go to work, we do not turn off the spiritual gifts. We do not turn off the supernatural. There should be a clear difference between how someone who does not know Jesus does that job and someone who does know Jesus. And so at the end of the day, we are called to steward our kingdom, and so that each interaction and that the people in our kingdom begin to reveal the glory of Jesus, that there's a radiation of Jesus off of us. So many people want a bigger kingdom. They want more influence. And yet the goal is to look around to the real people around you in your profession and simply begin to show off the glory of Jesus. And as we do that, those people begin to see Jesus and step into Jesus. So Grace Church, I just want to encourage you with that. You are significant, you have a kingdom to steward, and you have gold in your week right now that can begin to be unlocked. So call it out, release it, and simply begin to move in the Spirit of Jesus in whatever you're doing. Bless you guys.